And Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network. You feel me?
Rich Trapper.
The homie wanted you to whitelist this shit too.
Who?
Rich Trapper.
Rich Trapper?
He be reacting to your shit.
What's the deal? Rich Trapper tapping in. TNN Trap News Network, back in this thing. Like, cracking this thing, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNN. Junior, right? You feel me? Subtown Gangsters, bro. Freak Squad. We had to get our lives together. Anyway, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use, good knowledge you can't get nobody's college, big dog. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hit that subscription button, become a part of this Rich Trapper Mafia. Hit that description button, follow the new page, Pagington, and make sure you get into this new content that we are constantly putting out here at TNN Trap News Network. Get into that if you have not had a chance to get into that. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Get into all that if you ain't got into all that. We finna jump into this new video, man. We got Joe Budden. Drake responds to Joe Budden claiming his Jayz beef is over Beyonce's house music. And then we also have Joe Budden speaking on Diddy getting arrested and jailed for the freaky offies. So we finna see what Joe Budden has going on, man. Apparently Joe Budden has been saying a lot in his media space about Drake and he's been saying a lot in this media space about Drake, and he's been saying a lot in this media space about the situation with Diddy. You feel me? So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We finna get into this good content. Shout out to Chicks Move. Let's go.
Chicks. Yeah, you know what to do, Chicks.
Chicks Move. Hey, Chicks Move. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Drake is tired of all you guys lying on his name and is calling cap on Joe Budden. Now, this whole Wayne Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl thing has taken on so many different legs, so many different angles, and so many different problems. After Maul from Rory and Maul podcast came out and said that Drake has turned down the Super Bowl multiple times.
Yeah, the Super Bowl came back out and was like, we've never offered Drake the Super Bowl. Drake denying us or turning us down, that's cap. We never offered Drake the Super Bowl.
It opened up a whole new can of worms. People then started looking into the relationship between Drake and Jay-Z. There's rumors out there that Drake actually turned down signing with Jay-Z and Tidal. Instead, Drake went with Apple. And ever since then, it's been up between Jay-Z and Drake. Now, Joe Budden had a whole different theory. Joe speculated on his podcast that the beef between Drake and Jay-Z has to do with Drake working on Beyonce's house album, then putting out his own house album months later. Here's what Joe Budden said.
And he was just like, a lot of these whole pow-pows come from Drake. You worked on the Beyonce house album.
And then you did
a house album and dropped it right before hers. And they ain't like that. Like,
I wouldn't like that if I'm them.
I wouldn't.
Because you got...
Nah, that's very set up-ish. Mr. Cruz, 17, we talking about it next, big dog. Just stay around for like 15 more minutes. It seems kind of set up-y. You working on my album, it's a house album, and then next thing I know, you dropping the house album, it seems like you kind of flu-slamming me, big dog.
Understand, we're dealing with the power part of money, power, respect.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that we have to focus on. People with power are going to exert it now. Like, when this much is at play. So, yeah, I don't think they like that shit. I don't know what's behind it, but they ain't like that move, that little house album, after you work on my shit. Hell no. Oh, I also got a little bit of tea.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of snakish, though. How you gonna help me work on a house album and then put out your house album right before I put out my house album that you helped me work on? That's snaky.
Spill it.
Come on, man.
It's hot tea.
Oh, we're ready.
I'm sure you
got the straw?
You put a little more water in it. It's water down the tea.
I'll go find.
I mean, Cam and them kind of alluded to there being something behind the scenes at play between the parties involved. And I don't know if I got the same tea as him. But I'm hearing that there was an event where something happened backstage that, yeah.
Between whom?
I can't say.
Now, with all this being just speculation,
sound like an issue between Drake and Jay-Z.
Drake actually went to Academics and his team to clarify things. Here's Academics reading Drake's message to him and his team, denying the beef has anything to do with Beyonce's house music.
This is the quote unquote tea, or not tea, but like this is what Drake said in reply to whatever rumors, I guess. And shout out to the Joe Budden podcast, of course, my man Ice, and then of course Joe Budden. He said Beyonce had that record for 5 years, and Honestly Nevermind dropped before whatever she dropped, and I never worked on a house album. He says nobody has facts in this game. It's insane. Okay, so essentially he's saying that Beyonce had that house album for a long time, 5 years, and that kind of goes against the narrative that says that Drake hurried up and put out a project. It's like, no, she had a record for 5 years. He says Honestly Nevermind dropped before whatever she dropped, but he said he never worked on a house album. Okay, and
So he never worked on her shit either.
I didn't clarify. Actually, this was sent to like not only me, it was my team. So I didn't do the normal clarification, and this wasn't just a act eyes only thing.
Now, the song Drake has credits for on the Beyonce album is called Heated. Drake is listed as the composer and also lyricist for the song. It is very much possible that Drake worked on that song with Beyonce 5 years ago before it dropped and had no clue it was going to be on her house music album. This is not the first time that an artist have worked on a song together with another artist, and that song actually gets released years later on a whole different album. And Drake also dropped his album first. He dropped his June 17th, 2022, and Beyonce dropped Renaissance July 29th, 2022. Now, whether or not you want to say Drake had inside information that Beyonce was going to be dropping a house album that summer, that's a whole different story. Both albums from Drake and Beyonce also had amazing first week sales numbers. Now, Drake, I do have to say, brother, if you have so much to say about all these rumors and speculations, why don't you just go do an interview? We know you're watching and you're listening and you're seeing all these rumors and speculations going on about you. Instead of playing telephone and telling media personalities or media pages, why don't you just go sit down and
Man, Drake don't want to do an interview right now because they're going to ask him about that Kendrick beef. He don't want to talk about that.
Somebody's platform and get everything out your chest. So yeah, Drake and Jay-Z definitely have some friction between them, but it was not over Beyonce's house music album. You guys get in the comments below. Do you guys think Drake is still capping, or do you guys actually believe him this time?
Let's see what Joe Budden has to say about Diddy.
It was just a regular day in Monopoly Go, robbing banks, destroying buildings, until Kylie suddenly completes her entire album.
YouTube. Chicks.
Bro, the freak-offs are officially over. Now that Diddy is officially locked up and facing trial, everybody is awaiting other names that's going to come up in this indictment. People want to know, who else is involved? Who exactly are these people on these tapes that Diddy had confiscated by the feds? Now, a couple days ago, this Twitter account that pretty much hates anybody that's anti-Drake, they put out this video of Joe Budden and Puff dancing while they were at Puff's party. Now, initially, I thought there would be no way Joe Budden would actually address this on the podcast. This is just engagement farming by a troll Twitter account. Obviously, it worked because the video not only did numbers, but it also...
Hey, we gonna go ahead and get onto that got DOH FDD. That's the next story, bro. We just gotta get through this.
Spread to other blog pages and social media sites. Now, today on the Joe Budden podcast, episode 760, Joe actually goes on to address it, and he also denies being on any Diddy tapes. You guys know Joe Budden used to work with Puff at Revolt, so this is basically Joe's way of clearing his name once again, and also separating himself from...
Now, what I don't think is that Joe Budden went to any freaky Diddy parties. Like, I can see Joe Budden being involved in a lot of stuff, but I think he's too much of an asshole for that. I can't see that one. I can see Joe Budden being involved in a lot of flammery, a lot of skullduggery, a lot of larceny, but I'm not gonna put this type of larceny on him. He seems like he's too much of an asshole. I don't think Joe Budden would have been invited to the party. I don't think enough people actually like Joe Budden. I think he has too many industry enemies to be invited to these type of parties. I think that somebody would have been like, you bringing that nigga? Man, nah, F him. We ain't bringing that nigga around. Don't let you blah, blah, blah. We ain't cool with that. We ain't cool with that. You feel me? So I don't think Joe Budden was there because Joe Budden wasn't invited. Joe Budden just got cool with the industry like in the last few years. You feel me? Man, what? And let me find out that's why when I be going to the grocery store, I can't ever find no goddamn baby oil because Diddy got it all. I'm over here trying to keep my kids' skin hydrated and fresh, and Diddy over here whoopty bamming with the baby oil. But I don't think that Joe Budden got invited to the Diddy parties because Joe Budden is not that likable amongst his constituents within the industry.
Any fuck shit that Puff has ever done at one of his freak-offs. Joe has been very adamant and clear about it. I did not attend any of his freak-offs. Here's what Joe said.
Hey, listen, they've been dragging my name through the mud. They've been kicking my fucking back in.
They have.
They said that I got wind of this and took a vacation.
Even though we've been potting about your vacation for a month and a half.
Yeah.
They say I could have gotten wind of it maybe a month and a half ago and plant this around.
They really think you like Illuminati.
They do.
Yes,
they do. They think I'm Kaiser Sose. Kaiser Jose.
Kaiser Jose.
And the Tiger.
They think I'm Kaiser Sose. And sometimes I'll take the credit for some shit if they think of something that's fly that I didn't think of. But this, like, they give me a little too much credit. The vacay,
I would have to agree,
was just a vacay. Number one. Number two, I had no idea. Two, I would have no idea that this was happening. I don't have.
Like Joe Budden has some of the finest women, Tahiri and all that kind of stuff. That nigga ain't thinking about no Diddy party. That nigga trying to get up under Tahiri fine ass. Oh God.
My intel is not that great. I'm not that.
I'm trying to, you know, I love my little tamale mommy. You feel me? What, nigga? You ain't thinking about that? Come on, bro.
I up in the food chain, you guys. I'm not. I wouldn't know. I don't know about Iran to Mexico on the day of. That looks away. And for the last time, can y'all take me off the list of names that y'all think is on these tapes? Why are y'all so hell bent on putting niggas on these tapes?
Because you got money.
No,
that's not exactly it.
because you went to the party.
Well, I did the little jokes that I made.
Yes.
I ran it long.
Yes.
I ran the jokes long, but I thought the joke was a joke because of who I be. Clearly, it's a new crop of people out there that don't know who I be. So they like, oh, he might be that. I ain't. No more jokes. Where was I? Yo, I'm not on these tapes, man. I'm not there. There's nothing there. My dad called me.
Now, after having his $50 million bail package revoked, a lot of people are starting to
His dad call him his barnacles.
speculate that this is the end of the road for Diddy. If you're putting up that
Right, or Sin Santana, or Tahiri. His new chick bad too. Joe, keep a fire little tamale mommy. Oh, God. Joe, keep him a little fire tamale mommy. Oh, God, he do. Look, don't get mad at me, bro. Joe keep a fire tamale mommy. I ain't gonna front, bro. He keep a fire tamale mommy. He do.
amount of a bail package and the judge still says no, it's definitely not a good sign for you. Now, reports also came out that Diddy has been placed on suicide watch. Yes, that's correct. Diddy has been placed on self-delete watch. Now, it is unclear if Diddy is actually suicidal or how long he's been on suicide watch, but according to sources, this is only for preventative measures because Diddy is currently in shock and people are not sure of his mental state. Joe Budden is also one of the people that believes it's all over for Diddy. Here's what Joe said.
Listen, I know that they anticipate us discussing this. For me, it's pretty cut and dry. You didn't get a bail because you are going to jail.
Yeah. And the fact that this is a federal
You didn't get a bail because you're going to jail, big dog. It's pretty much over.
indictment and it's the Southern District of New York, that's who went after Trump. That's the one who indicted Trump. That's the one who took him to trial. And that's the one that got the 34 convictions. And,
Yeah, he fucked up the free call.
Isn't it crazy that this nigga Trump is out here on the street still? Meanwhile, Diddy is locked up, but Trump is in the streets? That's barnacles.
I came in here on
Participating in free calls.
on other pods and maybe implied differently. He fucked the free calls up. He fucked it up. It's over, dog.
Yeah.
It's over. I don't know what he was doing at his.
Too much.
They're supposed to be alive.
Yeah, just trying to make it a little bit more difficult.
Oh, he's definitely going.
Puff is going to jail.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
he's going to jail.
I agree.
No question. And from
Like-
the things that are alleged, should.
Like, they denied your $50 million bail package. They already got everybody's passport. Then you doubled back the next day because that was a different magistrate, and the next day was going to be the judge that is on the case. And that judge was like, no, he was like, all right, I'll put the monitor on. I'll give you my visitor call log, a visitor log, so you see who's in and out. I won't have women come over here. Like, they was trying to do everything in the world to get that
So
bail.
supposedly he was supposed to turn himself in on Tuesday.
Yeah,
he was,
they moved the
he
day.
was voluntarily going to turn himself in. They raided the shit on Monday.
What do you think it was that happened that made them move a day early?
I have no idea.
Or maybe they had no intentions of giving you that Tuesday, and Monday was the day that they already had set up. They told you Tuesday to kind of catch you slipping. I don't think they moved the date up. I think that Monday was always a day, and you thought it was Tuesday, but they didn't care about what you thought because didn't nobody pay you to think, did he?
I have no idea. And I think even with that being said, it's a possibility that they had already worked out all of the terms for him to get a bail. So on Tuesday, I'm gonna turn myself in. Here go all the assets. Boom, boom, boom. I think they worked that shit out behind the scenes. He's too high profile for and with the best lawyers in the world for them not to have done it.
I want to see who else is named in the RICO. I want to see who else they get. I do, because I agree with you. More is to come. I want to see him have to fight the charges against him publicly, so we finally have some details to all of this shit that's been just floating around. Defend it. Hey, this is what we think you did. You defend it. Let's hear it now.
That's what they already.
I'm mad about the baby oil.
That they released that.
I don't give a fuck about baby oil.
But no,
and I'm mad that it works as a distraction. Yes. I'm mad that we that easily distracted.
Yep.
Now, despite everybody counting out Diddy, his lawyer still.
That's true, because we talking about baby oil, but ain't nobody talking about the essay, about the forced drug usage, about the RAPE, about the abuse, about none of that, bro. We are talking about baby oil. We have been distracted. We distracted. I think they lied to him to get him to come to the hotel, but never intended to give him a bail. That sounds about right.
His confidence that he's going to fight this and do well in court.
He's ready. He's focused. He has been ready to defend this case since he first found out about this case. Nothing has changed from his perspective. I obviously would much prefer to fight this case with him out of jail, and we are going to try to bring that about through additional legal process. But wherever he is, his resolve is the same. He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent. And we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight anymore.
Please make sure you guys go check out Joe Budden Podcast episode 760 for the full breakdown. You guys get in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel, like this video. I'll see you guys later, man.
All right, man. We out of here. Shout out to Chicks Move. Chat. Y'all stay around. Video. We going red dots to the left. Y'all red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest free. I do Angel Tweets free. We